Good morning, everyone. It is Monday morning, a brand new week. I'm off to school. I will apologise firstly for not updating the past couple of days. I had originally done a very short video on the Thursday morning before going to TAFE, and was intending to do one afterwards, and I completely forgot. And then the last 3 days, the next 3 days, so Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I just completely forgot about. And that's my bad for just sort of not in the habit yet of doing these regular videos. So I'm remedying that by doing another one this morning and just getting back on the horse. So hopefully, being Monday, I can just do my videos as I want to. I'm going to try and just do a little bit of editing, add in a few little bits and pieces throughout the day. Don't want to keep them too long. I want to keep them around 10 minutes, just so they're not too boring for you guys, and too arduous for me to edit later on, especially like the whole daily edit thing. That was very, very draining from my memories of doing the 100 Days of Comics Challenge, trying to do all these fancy videos with time lapses and talking and additional footage and especially like going to TAFE, and at the moment I'm trying to go to TAFE and just finish up some large commissions. Pardon me. Hay fever hit me really bad this morning. I'm just waiting for that telfast to kick in so I can just have a normal day again. But yes, I digress. I've got a few big commissions that I've been trying to finish off last week and this week. I've got one left, which is quite urgent. And then I've got another one after that, which is not as urgent, but I want to try and get it out of the way as quick as possible. Kind of like to just get it off my plate. So hopefully I can get that done this week. I have TAFE 3 days this week, so Wednesday and Thursday I have off. So I'll be able to do any heavy catch-up that I need to then, but I'm going to try and do it in the mornings and the afternoons around TAFE as well, just to try and get it done as quickly as possible, which would definitely be desirable. Sorry, lost my words there for a second. But okay, so I'm at TAFE. I've been at TAFE for 2 days. The first 2 days were kind of introductory classes, but they were pretty intense. The first one was a business class, which makes sense, it's a business course. And the second class was a finance class. So that's how they've separated the classes up. So there's 2 teachers. One teacher does all the business side of things. The other teacher does all of the finance side of things. So you're learning about tax and how to manage your money, how to, invoicing, etc., etc. So it's really good. Both of the teachers are really fantastic, really nice, friendly, easy to talk to, easy to ask questions to, which is really good because I'm a question asker. I learnt very quickly over the past few years that if you've got a question, just answer it. Doesn't matter how stupid it is. Better off being asked and answered than not asked and gone unanswered and you falling behind because of that. So there's my little pro tip for you today. Doesn't matter how stupid it is, just ask the bloody question, because you'll be thankful for it down the line. Because not everyone doesn't explain things in a way that's comprehensible for you or for someone else. So you've got to put your hand up sometimes, and that's all right. Don't be embarrassed by it. I'm certainly not. Finding I'm very comfortable in these classes. I'm probably not a good thing, but always cracking out a few little dad jokes throughout the day, But yeah, there's a few other people who are the same, so I'm not alone. But not disturbing the class. I'm not the bloody class clown or anything. But it's nice. It makes me that I feel comfortable in my surroundings, and because of that, I feel like I'm learning and retaining a lot better than I would if I was a bit more nervous and anxious about being in there. I'm taking a lot of notes. I'm a big note taker, and that's working really, really well for me. And also being able to discuss these things with Jazz outside of classes really helps too. But yeah, so the first 2 days really helped me try and solidify what it is that my business is going to be. And leading up to this point, I've always thought I've had a bit of a direction, and I have. But there's always been things really floating around in my head, but because of the assessments that I have to do at the end of each day, it's really forced me to just hurry up and decide, okay, this is exactly what I'm doing. This is my business, and I need to now start structuring my business plan around that. So, leading from just being a freelance illustrator, which will be my title, Chris McQuinlan, freelance illustrator. I'm actually thinking of changing my name to a business name, so something like Chris Mac Studios or Chris Mac Design, something like that. Something a little bit more catchy, a little bit easier, that rolls off the tongue, but also is a bit more representative of what I do. So being a design rather than just Chris Mac art. Art can be anything from music to writing to So thinking on that at the moment, and also trying to solidify what it is I do. So currently it's sort of broken up into 3 portions. I'm just going to have a sip of my wonderful coffee here. It's broken up into 3 portions. The first portion is the illustration side. So that's dealing with custom commissions, corporate commissions, mural painting, any form of graphic design as well, all of that sort of stuff. Next to that will be the teaching side, where I will be doing classes for kids and adults, as well as also doing workshops at conventions and such, if I can find a space for that. And then the third part will be more of the product side, so me actually developing physical products to sell to you guys. So doing art prints, doing stickers, doing t-shirts, so things that I'm already sort of doing, but having a far more focused attack on it. So I'll be setting up a proper online store, which will have merchandise available, and I'll be doing print on demand, so I don't have to carry the stock. It can be printed elsewhere and then shipped out to you as the customer. And then I'll also be dealing with stock myself as well, so like art prints and stickers, etc. So that way I can at least control the quality of those products. And that creates a revenue stream. And then under those banners, there's also the YouTube channel. There's the revenue from those print-on-demand sites, so like Redbubble and TeePublic, etc., and then Shutterstock as well, which would come under illustration. Oh, so much traffic this morning. The only thing I don't like about going to TAFE is the traffic. Having to leave early, I get stuck in all the school traffic, which I'm just not used to anymore. And then in the afternoons aren't so bad because we generally tend to finish just before school finishes, but it's still pretty crazy for those people who finish around the 2:30 mark. For their day, it gets pretty bonkers. I hate traffic. I'm not a big fan of traffic. Yes. So anyway, that's my plan. Is sort of working under the name of as design, but then having those 3 categories sort of interlinked together, and they all work together. And then the long goal, which won't be a part of my business plan, because I want to aim low with my business plan because I have to be accountable for it. It's part of my mentorship with this NICE program. But moving forward, in like 6 months to a year's time, I want to be earning enough that I can then afford to get a studio. So I can get, I can then do everything out of that studio. I can do all of my classes in the studio. I can also do, set up a gallery in the studio to sell my merchandise. And I can also sell some art products as well for the classes. And then I can also work in there during the day. So I can do all of my illustration work, have a space to go to. I've got a place to teach all my classes, and I've got a retail space now to sell art and products. And then I've got sort of a shop front. People can come in and purchase if they want to. And it also creates another opportunity for me to gain awareness, because I'm in the public eye now. I'm in a public space and people are going to walk past every day, and eventually people will be like, oh, what is this place? I'm going to pop in and say hello, and then I might have a sale, or at least have intrigued someone to check me out or discover me, which is really good. Pardon me. So yeah, that's where I'm at with it. very excited. This week's, I feel like, going to be far, far, far more intense. But it's been great. There's a lot of really cool people in the class, which has allowed for a lot of cool networking opportunities already. There's a lady there who's doing some really cool stuff with like animal bedding and training. There's someone else who's doing some really cool stuff with like crystal knowledge. Yeah, I can't go too in depth because obviously these are all their ideas and I don't want to give them all away. Yeah, that's part of it. But I'm happy to discuss mine sort of openly because, you know, it's kind of I suppose a generic thing, and given my unique style and you know, being art is such a subjective thing, you know, I'm not too afraid to sort of talk openly about it, because it doesn't matter if the next Joe Blow sort of takes on my business plan. They have different qualities to offer than I have, so, you know, it's cool. And hopefully you guys will learn something out of it as well. You know, it gives you a bit more of a broader understanding or ideas for yourselves as well if you want to undertake something like this. So yeah, I can see that we're going on to about 11 minutes at this point. So I'll leave it there. I don't want to ramble on too much. But yeah, it feels good to be doing the videos again. Sorry again about the sort of the slow uptake of getting the videos done, but I'll try and remember to be a bit more consistent. There might be a day here and there. I'll probably find that like weekends, I'll probably drop off a little bit, because weekends are my family time, or at least like family personal time, and I don't do too much of work. But if I'm doing something cool, I'll try and remember to film it, but I generally don't tend to. But I'd like to get into that habit as well. I would like to get to a point where I'm doing those cool daily videos and editing them and everything again. I think that'll happen once I get a new laptop, and I can do my editing directly on the laptop. But for the moment, I don't have that luxury. Everything's on the desktop, and I don't work in the studio at night. That's sort of a very strict thing for me, unless it's really, really important. I don't go in the studios in the evenings. So yeah, saving up for a laptop, that's sort of my next goal. But I suppose once I start my business, then that'll all come under it anyway. So hopefully I can afford those expenses to get a new laptop, which would be rad. Alright everyone, I've rambled again, and now we're at 12 minutes. Alright, I'm going to enjoy this terrible traffic, and I hope you're all having a fantastic day and had a great weekend, and I will see you all soon. Bye.